look at Floyd. Like, Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Like, he's got a tap. Just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, now he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where it shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. You gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that, like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like 3 million. There's watches that are 3-5 million. That's crazy. So you buy a watch and a car, you're down 10.
Joe Rogan did not hold back when Floyd Mayweather Jr. made those real estate statements. He directly challenged them and leaned in during the podcast, saying hold on, those figures simply do not add up.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like, he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like, this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
That Floyd owes like $1.4 million in jewelry debts, that Floyd owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent for a private New York apartment, his private jet fuel. He's not paid hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fuel and maintenance. He put up one of his jets that I think he even sold, but one of his jets, and I want to say one of his properties, like one of his homes, up as collateral for a $54 million loan from an individual, from a billionaire that had a 9% interest on the loan.
Questioned the whole narrative around Floyd Mayweather Jr., saying he often speaks about owning many properties with massive value, but pointed out that making bold claims is very different from having real verified assets.
Money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats.
That is where the situation gets intense, because Floyd Mayweather Jr. built his entire Money Mayweather persona on non-stop wealth stacks of cash luxury watches and a business empire that seemed untouchable, but reports circulating in the business world indicate the truth might be more complicated.
That Floyd Mayweather is made, and because he's the best in the history of pay-per-view at making sure that the money ends up in his pocket. He is or has been a businessman as an athlete that almost doesn't have a peer because he owns all his own stuff as an independent. Your spending has to be so fiscally irresponsible to lose the amount of money that Floyd Mayweather has lost that it is almost beyond anything that is reason. It's not merely fiscal insanity. It's something that doesn't make any sense to me.
Right, and another sign of him maybe in financial trouble is, as of February 2026, Floyd Mayweather has initiated a massive $340 million lawsuit against Showtime Networks and former executive Steven Espinoza. So he's trying to get some bread right now.
The estimate is that he made over $1.2 billion over the course of his career in just earnings from fights.
According to Business Insider, 2 of Floyd Mayweather Jr. commercial properties have already entered foreclosure, and there were also reports that his Las Vegas strip club building was at risk of being seized due to unpaid property taxes. On top of that, there have been lawsuits over unpaid luxury watch and jewelry bills, which Floyd has denied, and just like that, the conversation moves from displaying wealth to serious financial concerns.
They said that, I mean, things that they said in this article were insane, that Floyd owes like $1.4 million in jewelry debts, that Floyd owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent for a private New York apartment, his private jet fuel. He's not paid hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fuel and maintenance. He put up one of his jets that I think he even sold, but one of his jets and I want to say one of his properties, like one of his homes, up as collateral for a $54 million loan.
The report also said that 2 Trump Las Vegas condos linked to Floyd Mayweather Jr. were briefly taken over due to unpaid taxes before being returned after the payments were made, while a massive $54 million loan was reportedly secured using his home's private jet and businesses. Whether this is overstated or just unclear, the gap between the wealthy image and these reports has clearly sparked debate. Joe Rogan had already questioned Floyd's financial empire, adding more doubt, and then Chael Sonnen joined the conversation with a strong opinion, asking why people seem shocked at the idea that Floyd could be broke.
What's wrong with that? And why are we attempting to tease Floyd? Is Floyd? Yes, he's broke. Of course he's broke. He's a boxer. That they say he can't read. That's not to tease him. They say that he can't read. His best friend at the time said that he can't read, and he never denied it. I don't tease him for it. He was a guy who grew up in a boxing town, right? It's one of these things. You know what you know. You know what you were taught. I didn't teach him about contracts. I didn't teach him about saving. I didn't teach him about investments. Who would have taught him these things? Of course he's broke.
He flips the question back on the audience, saying if you get up and go to work every week because you need money, then why would a boxer be any different fighting for the same reason? And it makes you think this is classic Chael Sonnen logic, part direct truth, part trolling. But he does not stop there. He begins to break down the myths around boxing paydays, explaining that billion-dollar earnings and huge pay-per-view numbers often come from press releases, not verified financial records, when he says, no one from the company handling the pay-per-views has confirmed those extreme figures. That statement alone questions years of boxing hype.
He's a gambling addict. He's got baby mamas all over the... What do you mean is he broke? Of course he's broke. What boxer do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question. But it's the fact that they're attempting to tease him. I mean, first off, they're asking the question. Look, I've told you until I'm blue in the face. The numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. And it's the same thing with the check. I got $100 million for a fight. Oh, you did? Who signed the check? Whoever signed the check is going to want credit for it. There's never been a time that $1 million check was written and the dude that wrote the check didn't make sure that somebody found out he wrote the check. So who wrote the check? Floyd's got a whole bunch of them, apparently. He got $1 billion. Who wrote the check?
At the same time, Chael Sonnen is not only going after Floyd Mayweather Jr., he is challenging the entire sports money narrative. Then he moves to the contract situation, explaining that Floyd announcing multiple fights around the supposed Tyson matchup would frustrate any promoter, because in boxing timing and exclusivity are key, and that is where the irony hits hard. Floyd himself has accused Showtime of questionable business practices.
And I'm only sharing with you, like, the numbers aren't what you think they are, right? The numbers are good, and they made a lot of money, but it's not what you think it is. And yeah, of course Floyd's broke. Would you be boxing if you weren't? And it's very tough to be sympathetic.
While critics say Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s own promotion created similar confusion with Logan Paul, the situation starts to feel like a loop with everyone blaming each other. Yet here is the clear contradiction that Chael Sonnen points out. Even if people question Floyd finances, doubt the paydays, argue about contracts, or dismiss exhibitions, the moment Mayweather name shows up on a fight poster, the entire combat sports world stops and pays attention.
$3 million. No, he doesn't. Just to clear that up, no, he doesn't. Will Logan ever get the money? I think Floyd's broke. Floyd does not owe Logan $1.3 million. Floyd's promotion owes Logan $1.3 million. And now, of course, he's not going to get it. That promotion's already shut down. Allegedly.
Chael Sonnen had already added more heat to the idea that Floyd Mayweather Jr. might be broke, but then Jason Whitlock and his panel step in, and the conversation quickly turns into a deep financial breakdown. It starts to feel like things shift from fight analysis to serious money investigation. With boxing gloves on, Whitlock begins by supporting Shannon Sharpe and Oasis' theory that Floyd return from retirement is mainly about chasing a massive payday, and as soon as names like Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, and Terrence Crawford come up, you can immediately sense the business angle. Shannon explains those are the only fights that could generate the kind of money Floyd is looking for, and that is not just a guess, it is basically the celebrity superfight list. Then Whitlock adds that Rocky movie reference, asking why do you fight, and suddenly the conversation shifts into a funny but deeper discussion.
Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco suggested on their podcast that Floyd Mayweather is talking about coming back, unretiring.
He is.
Because he's broke.
Yeah.
Let's play the clip here of Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco.
There are only 3 fights that Floyd can have that can command and get the kind of money he's looking to recoup for money that may have been lost, or money that may have been stolen, or money he may have spent, to date. For one, a rematch with Canelo. That's one fight.
Canelo too big.
Listen to me, Uncle. We talk about making that.
Because yes, Floyd Mayweather Jr. built his entire brand on the idea that money equals success, literally turning from pretty boy to money, and Whitlock highlights the sharp irony when your whole image is about wealth, any hint of financial trouble instantly becomes a major headline. Then Dre adds a practical perspective, saying the real issue isn't what Floyd earned, it's what we don't know about liquidity, assets, liabilities, taxes, and lifestyle, basically the financial iceberg under all the flashy Instagram posts. Meanwhile, the panel jokes about gamblers going broke, IRS bills, and luxury spending, and suddenly Floyd's career feels less like a victory lap and more like a tricky puzzle. Yet here is the part that is funny. While half the panel questions the wisdom of a nearly 50-year-old fighter returning, the other half quietly admits what every fight fan knows deep down: if Floyd Mayweather actually announces a fight with someone like Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, or even Manny Pacquiao again, everyone debating it now will still be glued to the screen when the bell rings.
$1 billion, and he's 47 years old, and he's completely broke. He's won the prize. This is, of all the idiots that we've seen out there, celebrities, actors, entertainers, that have lost a lot of money, this guy would take the cake. To blow a bill before he even hits 50 is unimaginable. It actually is sad. It's a cautionary tale. We have seen it time and time again. But who actually wants to watch this guy fight? Like, people that love him. If he comes out and if he loses and looks terrible and gets destroyed, well, look, if you love him or hate him, you can say, well, he's nearly 50 years old.
Jason Whitlock and his panel had already turned the Floyd comeback story into a financial courtroom drama, but then Andre Ward joins in, and the conversation immediately shifts from hot take speculation to thoughtful fighter insight, and that contrast really stands out. Ward begins by reminding everyone he has always respected Floyd Mayweather Jr. work ethic, and it resonates because that side often gets overlooked when people only focus on the flashy lifestyle. Ward emphasizes the glitz, cars, jets, and all that were part of the Mayweather brand, but underneath it he was always a gym rat who never skipped the grind. And when Ward admits he feels conflicted about this comeback, you can feel the honesty. He is not attacking Floyd like the rumor mill, he is speaking to something deeper. Boxing becomes part of your identity, and Ward explains that the adrenaline, attention, and huge fight night paychecks create a feeling normal life can't match.
Part of that is because of the way Floyd Mayweather goes about his business. He's been filthy rich. He's made his name, his legacy, and a lot of his reputation wasn't just the boxing, it was the money. It's the money man. What I have, what I'm driving, what I'm living in, what I'm flying in. And a lot of people, they don't like that. I don't know if Floyd Mayweather had more supporters for most of his fights or more haters. But regardless of where you fall on that line, Floyd Mayweather made it work for him when many people, promoters included, networks included, early on did.
That is the kind of insight only a former champion like Andre Ward can provide. Then he moves to the Pacquiao rematch, and suddenly the analyst in me notices something. Ward highlights an interesting point: older fighters can sometimes make fights more exciting because they can't rely on constant movement like before. Less foot speed leads to more exchanges, and that alone challenges the usual idea that this fight would automatically be boring. But the real concern Ward keeps returning to is the risk of age. Your mind may feel like the same fighter while your body quietly disagrees, and that insight explains many of boxing's tragedies. Yet even as Ward says he would rather see both legends just relaxing on a beach enjoying retirement, he also admits curiosity takes over, because when two icons with unfinished history return to the ring, the entire fight world watches, whether we intend to or not.
Fighter, he'll say he don't watch him, but he'll watch any potential opponent over and over and over, and he has to process, can he do anything with me? How does my skill set line up with his? Can I beat him? The problem with being 49 years of age is sometimes your brain can see things and tell you things that your body's not in agreement with. That's the problem with age. Your brain is still saying, I'm him. Your brain is still saying, man, I'm Money Mayweather. Man, these youngsters can't deal with me. But your body is saying, brother, we can't do it like that.
When you step back, the whole situation feels like four different realities crashing together. Joe Rogan questions the financial empire story. Chael Sonnen breaks down the myths around boxing paydays. Jason Whitlock and his panel analyze the business and lifestyle side, while Andre Ward adds the fighter perspective, reminding everyone that boxing becomes part of your DNA in a way money alone can't replace. One side argues Floyd comeback is About chasing a massive payday, another says the financial. Rumors are just gossip, and Ward quietly notes that sometimes fighters return for the spotlight, the competition, and the adrenaline normal life can't replicate. That is the real tension: legacy versus longevity, business versus passion. And whether people think Floyd is chasing money history, or just the feeling of being Money Mayweather, the truth is the conversation itself shows his impact. Everyone is debating, arguing, and analyzing every detail of this comeback, and that is exactly the kind of pull legends have on the sport.
It's the struggle, and that's the danger of coming back at this age. So part of me wants to see these guys continue to make money. Part of me wants to see these guys, how do they do it at this age, man? I mean, show me something. Show me how your mind can overtake the deficiencies you may have in your body at your age. But the deeper part of me, man, I want to see Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao on a beach somewhere, living off the fruits of their labor, helping the game however they see fit to help the game, and just watching the next generations do what they do. But hey, we got to fight September 19th.
Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Floyd Mayweather Jr. is returning for the money, for the love of boxing, or to settle unfinished business with Manny Pacquiao? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's have an honest conversation. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Picks. See you in the next one.